Welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Romano. In this video, we are going to be discussing an important methodology to propel your company to be very successful. As you grow and as your company grows, you are going to be needing more people to hire. This becomes a very big issue for you because depending on who you hire to do the job appropriately and efficiently, it could be either a good or a bad. There's a lot of things that I've experienced in my life over the time that I worked, and I've noticed something that's very, very persistent. Certain people will get hired based on a certain characteristic of their personality trait. They may not be the best person for the job though. So if you're trying to increase your wealth and increase your business, then maybe that particular type of person was not really going to be beneficial to grow your company. Before we continue the video, please remember to do thumbs up, it's right there, and press the subscribe button. Please do that. That will really help me out to increase my subscribers and views on my channel. Thank you so much. When a recruiter looks at 100 resumes with all the same type of backgrounds, once you've sifted through thousands of them, they will select a certain amount and they'll come into the office and they'll do an interview. A hedge fund manager said he would never allocate capital unless he met the person. Unfortunately, in his case, he's actually making a decision on the personality of that person. And I know exactly what he's actually doing. I also studied psychology and organizational psychology in my college degree. And I have this type of mind that I'm analyzing everything, and I have a computer chip memory. It's very scary. For some people, you don't want to remember everything like I do. Sometimes it's bad, but sometimes it's really good because you see correlations. And what I've noticed, if you go through 1,000 resumes, you finally find 100 that you like, and then out of those hundreds, you, let's say, interview 10 people. Out of those 10 people, subconsciously, since they all have the same resume and the same work experience, the one that gets hired will have a dominant quality about them. And so what happens over and over and over, and this is why companies are not highly successful, because they're hiring the wrong person. You do not want the person that has the dominant trait. And I'm going to explain why. These type of people, and I don't care if you do thumbs down or thumbs up, you do thumbs down, that's still going to help me. These type of people, the only thing that they're good at is getting rid of their competition. So I've probably spoke to, in the past 2 years, maybe 20 top CEOs of major corporations, billion-dollar banks, corporations, etc. And some of them, it just happens to be because I was in finance, I heard about them, and some of them, one of them, we worked in the same company when I was there, and I kind of know what and how he got to where he was. Without giving too much away, he had a dominant quality, and that's why he was put into that position. I had made a comment about the real estate market about 6-7 months ago. And I said to him, what's your opinion about the real estate markets and the mortgage situation that's about to happen? And he actually believed that nothing was going to happen with the real estate market, that it was not going to go down by 50%. He said the most it would go down is 5%. Just because someone is a CEO of a company and they've been so successful by getting rid of their competition, because all the good people at the company that were really qualified, they either got fired because of that person saying something that wasn't true, They either left because dealing with that person was havoc, I got an ulcer, and so forth. So what's left at the company is all these dominant people that have high testosterone issues. For example, what happened with Joan Crawford. She literally killed 3 husbands, well, one of them escaped, and she took over Pepsi. Because of that situation, because she wasn't proficient at managing a company, because she was a movie star, she didn't have years of experience at managing. This is why kids who grew up in their father's company, by the time they reach their 30s, they are proficient at managing their father's company. This is very important to include your children. I know a lot of people say, oh, let them go work for someone else after college. But you could do that for a year, but you're wasting your time. You can't work your entire life. You shouldn't anyway, since you made so much money. But if you teach your kids at 5 years old and start taking them to the office, start prepping them for all the definitions on the trading floor even. That's a whole different terminology. It's like learning psychology. Every single word is a different definition that you have to look up. And so forth. By the time they're in their teens, they know how to trade. By the time they turn 20, they are becoming a multi-million-dollar trader. They learn to handle and manage their emotions, and trading is all about handling your emotions. This is why people that are emotional should not be traders, because it ruins their lives. Only those traders out there that are highly capable of managing their emotions. And believe it or not, that's a cop mentality. There's a correlation between cops and finance. Or that type of personality where they're very disciplined like a soldier. Based on what I've talked about, you're hiring the wrong person. Your ideology of hiring the dominant person to become a manager, that's the opposite of what you actually think is true. Because what happens is that person has gotten rid of all their competition and has made sure that they don't hire someone who could surpass them. This is another issue. If you give them the opportunity to hire people, they're not going to hire people that are smarter than them. Again, you've created a terrible company. Stop going after the person that you interview with the dominant trait. There are people out there that are very quiet and they're very mellow, but they know what they have to do the job properly. The dominant person, I'm telling you right now, the only thing that they're good at is getting rid of their competition. These people that want their way will do everything they can to get their way. And that's fire their competition or get rid of their competition. So if you want to create a company that propels and becomes the most successful company, you must hire people that are very efficient at what they do. You need happy people, not negative people. Not people that are going to look at my suit jacket like he did and make nasty comments because it was a Giorgio Armani suit jacket. Nasty comments continue. Those people at the company that are always negative, get rid of them. The people at the company who throw darts at their coworkers, get rid of them. They're a waste of life. The dominant person in the group, you don't need that. When you sit at an organization at a conference table, you want everyone to communicate and to give their input. This is why you don't, those dominant qualities that those certain people have. They bring down the company. This is why certain personalities that are workaholics, they actually look for those type of people. And this is why the company does so bad. However, if you're selling a product, you need that dominant quality. Because there's been studies done in insurance, believe it or not, that the dominant person in the sales team that goes out and sells will become very successful selling that product. You could read many research projects on this. That's how it is. Dominant people should not be in management. You should make them sell the products to whoever's buying it. Keep them away from management. You want people that are successful at what they do, that they have charisma. Charisma is very important, that they know what they're doing. Don't talk to them and think that based on how they speak that you know what they do, whether or not they know what they're doing. You know it in the quality of the work. And so that's my story. If you want your company to be highly successful, you get rid of those dominant quality people. They're only going to get rid of their competition. And what is their competition? The people that actually are qualified to do the job. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and do thumbs up. Press the button for subscribe. If you do that, that will really help me out. Thank you so much. Before we continue the video, please remember to do thumbs up, it's right there, and press the subscribe button. Please do that. That will really help me out to increase my subscribers and views on my channel. Thank you so much.